Hey Sagittarius, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for October 7th, 2025. This is for Sagittarius. I almost says 2024. Last shuffle for Sagittarius. Oh my gosh. Really? Really? I'm going back in time. Back to the future we go. The sacred temple and the honoring path. This speaks about where you're meant to be. You may feel that you deserve more accolades, more recognition for all that you have done. It seems like you've done a lot of inner work on yourself. You may have discovered some stuff about yourself, some new talents, some new gifts, new skills, and you may be in the space of saying, I really do deserve to be um, to be recognized for all that I have done, especially from someone that's very close to you. This could be a romantic interest. This could be a really good friend, someone that you may feel does not take you seriously, first of all. You want to use the color mauve with this energy, MAUVE. It's like a very, like a like lavender with a splash of pink, right? You want to wear that color. It helps you to enjoy what you're hearing, but hear it well and understand what's being meant and everything. It's like it clears our mind. You want to use this color, especially if you have been suffering from like headaches. You've been feeling like unclear mentally, migraines, even like if you feel depressed, if you feel very confused spiritually, just like I don't even know where I'm going. I like you may feel like you're lacking a lot of direction at this point. If you feel very disconnected from people, um, and maybe like you feel like you can't connect to other people, like you know what I mean, or maybe you may sense that you may you may see your intuition or the things that you're feeling as like, I'm losing it, I'm freaking losing it now, I really do think that something's wrong with me, kind of thing. If you're in that space, you want to use mauve, right? And you also want to use certain stones, right? And this is to wear them, to have them around if you have any of them, right? You have either wear the jewelry or carry them in your pocket, put them on your desk. You know what I'm saying? Have them around in your bag or something. You want to use like amethyst, selenite, clear quartz, and diamond. Be careful with selenite because it's kind of brittle. And we have certain oils you want to use too if you're in that space, because I'm seeing someone who's going, how come no one is seeing my growth here? And so you want to use like lavender, rose, sandalwood, like frankincense and myrrh. And you want to eat more plant-based foods today, like avoid fast food. Almost everyone's been sort of getting like a crown chakra kind of thing, because I'm seeing that, right? You want to meditate alone in silence, and maybe use bells may be something that's like a clarifier for you to clear your pineal gland, right? And I say that because there's something that needs to be uncovered inside of yourself, but I feel like you've done so much work. You may even feel it in your body, like your body may feel strengthened. You have gone through enough, they say, and you want to say to yourself, I release all fear, guilt, and anger. I'm safe and I'm at peace with the process of life. For many of you, you may feel unsure, unsafe, but also somewhat guilty for wanting something to change, wanting to say no. I see someone wanting to say no and they can't, or they feel guilty about saying no. And so now you're following someone and you don't want to. You may be like, this could be a partner, right? You're just like, I have to follow this person or I have to see where this goes, but you don't really want to. And so I'm seeing a high priestess, empress, knight of pentacles, queen of pentacles with the sacred temple. The sacred temple speaks highly of a person that's looking for their purpose or knows what their purpose is and feels like they cannot share it with anyone. Who would understand? So at some point, that would be a crown chakra blockage. So as we're speaking of this, right? This particular color mauve with this, right? You would want to wear it, light mauve colored candles, whatever the case is, right? But also, it will help you to hear what's being said, and no matter what is said, you're taking from it what would be beneficial to you. right? Um, it could be anything, right? Uh, Now, whatever it is, whatever anyone has to say, you're going, oh, now I know how they feel. Oh, now I know they don't take me seriously. Oh, now I know that whatever the case, they're giving that vibe of don't feel guilty about saying no, because you're going to hear how someone really feels. You're going to hear something, right? You need to focus on yourself at this point. You need to, self-respect makes you attractive as crap. I'm not saying you don't respect yourself, but if you're wanting to say no and you don't, how are you respecting yourself? How are you able to show up the best version of yourself in a situation, and allow the person the opportunity to show up honestly and authentically in their position, without you saying no authentically, you know what I mean? And so that's something that they're throwing out here. Like, if you want to say no, you should, because you're in essence you're throwing yourself and someone else out of alignment, right? So you have angel number 0404. That is about paying close attention to everybody in your life. Like I said, you want to test a person. I used to I tell young people this all the time. You want to test somebody, and not to say that you're playing games, but watch how someone acts if you tell them no. Watch how they act if you're not well. Watch how they act when you're under pressure and you're struggling with something. Watch how they act when you are doing well. You have to watch these things before you could fully say, yeah, commit to this energy, right? Because saying no, that might be a red flag you missed until after the nuptials, like, no, or after we sign contracts. Now we're business partners, and it's going to take so much mess to get to untether ourselves. Then it's like, I said no, and this person loses their whole thing, like completely starts acting like a whole different person because you said no, and so there's something about trusting in this energy, trusting the mystery, trusting that you are highly respected, right? I feel that you need to focus on accepting the situation for what it is and not what you want it to be, also, especially if this is in love as well, or any kind of partnership. You have to accept the situation fully for what it is. Just like, okay, this is what I'm dealing with, and then it will change. Okay. And it's about also, mm, if you accept the situation as it is, you focus more on yourself, which doesn't say really good things about partnerships right now. You know what I mean? Um, you've got to stop. Anger should not allow you to be like, I can't wait to see what happens. Let me pop this popcorn. You know what I mean? And fear or guilt, fear of hurting someone, I'm seeing more than anything else, would be the issue. The honoring path is the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. This looks like some new energy here, where you are, all the things that you have put your time and energy into. I feel that many of you are going to start seeing things align. With angel number 0404, this is about paying attention to your health, your surroundings, the people in it, and be careful and watch. Be awake to avoid further issues. This would be a time for you to really listen more than you speak. Communicate clearly, though. When you do speak, you're getting straight to the point. You're saying the most meaningful and impactful words with, but fewer words, though, right? You got to communicate clearly and keep healthy boundaries. The boundary is no. No is a complete sentence. You know what I mean? And that's something else there too. Don't be afraid to say no. If you want to say no, you should, regardless of the guilt tripping, regardless of how you may think it will make you look. Discovery is the Four of Wands, and judgment, because for some of you, you're not saying no because it would make you look bad in the public eye. You know what I mean? Like, this, something about this could be very public, and it's like, oh, if I tell them no, they're going to act a fool. Everyone's going to know I'm dealing with an idiot. Yeah. Great. Yeah. Discovery, though, tells me that for many of you, you may be looking for a place to move. The Four of Wands speaks of a home, and judgment speaks of redeeming ourselves to some degree, but it also speaks of like spending some time looking to either move or move back to somewhere. Mm. So that your intention should be also to make sure you focus more on what makes you happy. You got to focus more on that. I know how that sounds. It sounds quite selfish, but it's not selfish. Not at all. Um, you're supposed, because this is about being healed. Chiron placements are here in first house. And this talks about you may be suffering health issues from dealing with the situation that you should be saying no to. Chiron placements speak of something we are needing to heal, something we're needing to be aware of, how we can integrate what we're learning to the healing process itself. How can we change our situation? But I'm also seeing some of us that are hurting ourselves, right? And we may be feeling shattered if Chiron is here. It's like, oh man, I feel shattered by the fact that I want to say no, but it's going to hurt me publicly or hurt my reputation, or it is going to hurt that person and I would feel guilty. Now it's my fault they're hurt. That sounds like a lot like mind games being played with you. The healing light is for Pentacles and Emperor. The healing light is about something that we are seeing with our eyes, but not seeing with our eyes, but this is something here about something we need to focus on. We need to bring it out into the light. We need to heal something. And this is about healing your reputation. You may feel disrespected utterly. I keep seeing disrespect. I keep seeing that what would heal is that it would be more so about you changing, having some self-respect. And so they're showing that no would be a very healing word to say for you. Like it's going to take the cake. Right? I'm sorry for laughing, but it's just like they're like, oh no, they need to just say no. That's it. That's all. Goodbye. Yeah, and enjoy what you hear next. The reason for the enjoyment is that you are so clear now on where someone stands, and that's something you need to know. Because High Priestess here tells me you're meant to uncover things that are hidden, but you can feel them. So that may tell you, that tells me in a sense that you may have intuition about a situation like, I better put myself first because the people I'm dealing with are putting themselves first and I'm last on them, or I'm second on that, which means I'm coming second for myself and everyone else. I should be coming first somewhere and it better be with me. And so that would tell me there's secret feelings here that they don't express, that things are not expressed, right? Because they like what you're doing for them. They won't express certain feelings because you provide for someone or help someone. But the minute you say no, watch the gloves come off and you're going to enjoy it. If you know what I mean, it's going to be a good thing because you're going to be like, oh, okay, I see now. I knew my intuition. This is almost like a gotcha moment, like a validation. My intuition was right and it's a cause for celebration. Of course, I'm seeing, you know, obviously that might not be exactly, but this is almost saying, no, this is it. This is the thing that is going to validate you and go, okay, I'm not sad about this. So either way, you could be dealing with a Pisces, a Taurus, or a Libra. Seeing no, not Capricorn. I'm sorry. Yeah, a Capricorn actually is here. Scorpio and Aries. So you could be a Sagittarius, Capricorn cusp. I'm seeing Aries, Taurus cusp, um, Pisces, Aries cusp, Libra, Scorpio cusp. You could be a Scorpio, Sagittarius cusp also. If you're not dealing with those signs, which you don't have to be, those signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.